Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am finally getting this video up to you. Okay, so if you have ADHD and OCD, you might relate to this video. If you don't, and you're coming here to think that you're going to learn like all of these amazing ways to redo your closet, yeah, don't hold me to those standards, because this is specifically for people who get these great ideas and they want to start it, but they're not sure how to finish it because ADHD goes, what? So I got to tell you though, I am so happy that I did this project and I saw it from start to finish. Towards the end of the video, I'll let you know kind of how much, how long it took, how much it cost at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, hopefully that'll be helpful for you in case you are going into some project and you're like, oh my God, how do I do it? One of my biggest tips will be micro goals. Always do slow goals, okay? I'm going to show you in this video all of the places that I had to actually put my clothes when I was doing the closet. And for a lot of people, that would drive them a little crazy because it was going to be all over the house like that for at least a couple weeks. And it was, right? So know that going into it, and know that when you are doing a project, and it does not have to be all done at once, because that will burn you out. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my amazing closet. I'm really super excited that I got to do it. It has already made such a difference. It's been up now, done probably for almost a month, and it is amazing. And I love it so much, and I'll show you how I did it. So my newest project, I took all of the wired shelves out of here. I'm going to spackle, I'm going to paint like a neutral color. This is the closet. Now, I got to tell you, I took a lot of stuff out of this closet, and I have really bad ADHD. So if you have ADHD, usually you're a rock star at starting projects, but then you go, okay, I don't want to do that. That leaves a lot of half-assed projects. So with my clients and with myself, I do micro goals. So be okay with it being chaotic for a little bit and only break down your small goals. Let me show you this mountain of clothes. So this is just a little bit, what are you doing? This is just a little bit of what I have to go through and get rid of. But wait, there's more. And there's this, and not you. And there's all of this. But you can't let that like discourage you. You have to make micro goal plans. Be okay with a little chaos. Don't try to do it all at one time, because your ADHD will shut you down, and so will your anxiety. Oh my, okay, let me catch you up. So I was gonna, my friend Brandon was gonna help me cut some wood and do all this stuff. He was like, okay, and Paul said this as well, the cost of wood is really high right now. And really the vision that I wanted was probably gonna be $8,000, like something crazy that I just don't wanna spend. So I did go to Ikea, and let me tell you, when you go to Ikea, it's not a 5-minute trip. So and I'll break down the cost breakdown, like with paint and everything. So currently right now, if you see the pinkness, that's right, up here, I've spackled these holes right now. So I'm just waiting for them to dry. And then I'm going to paint it. And then I went and got various things of the Pax system that you can find at Ikea. Unfortunately, because of the shortness of everything, you can't really find a lot of things. A lot of things weren't in stock. So I'm gonna have to piece it together to try to make it look halfway decent. But in my brain, I got enough that I needed to see if we can make this work. I also got 2 dressers from there, because this way I figure it's that Ikea hack that you can already have the drawers so you don't have to build them. So I will let you know. Now I am gonna paint it a really dark blue. It's a Benjamin Moore color that is the year of 2022, one of the year's colors. So I figure I would paint it in here, a dark, dark color, since I'm going, because originally I said neutral, but because I got everything white and like gray and stuff, I figure it'd be a really good contrast. So this way it's not just all like white, which is still beautiful, but I just wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. So there is still so much that needs to be done, but you remember I'm doing it in micro goals. So little pieces, this may take me weeks on end and I am so okay for it. But yeah, so that's where we are right now. I have gotten this far. So come along, let's do it. Way. Unless you're going to help me.
Stop it. Stop.
You stop.
Ow.
Get away. Go. Idiot.
That's what told me to do it.
I'm sure he did.
He said, do it right meow.
Oh my gosh, really? Is that what we're doing now?
That's what he said.
Huh?
That's what he said.
That's what she said. You probably definitely want to have somebody to help you, but you know I'm doing this absolutely solo. So I'm trying to, I did get 2 of these together, right? Bugsy luckily helped me bring all these boxes upstairs. It was crazy heavy, so you're definitely going to need help for shoresies with the boxes. But so I'm working on getting this together as a corner unit. Ikea is always really fun to put together because you're not quite exactly sure what the diagrams are showing you. So thank God for YouTube, obviously. So yeah, so I am working on it. So I'm hoping to get it wrapped up at some point in the next few days. But if you do it by yourself, just know it's going to take you a lot longer, but you can do it. So before I give you my big reveal, before you guys say, well, your husband didn't help you? No, we have this rule that if I'm doing a project, it's my project. If he does a project, it's his project. If we do it together, we do it together. And it's always a good tip because if you decide you want to do a project, let's say you wanted to repaint a room, that's on you. So always verify and ask if they're going to help you, because if you start a project that you wanted to start on and somebody else didn't, and you expect them to do it, oh no, that's a you thing. So before I give you this, I just wanted to jump in and say, hey, listen, if you're going to start this project and it's going to be a solo project, it's going to take a minute, okay? So let's do the reveal.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot, still trying to flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, I might crash, cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is.
So after all was said and done, I spent just a little over $2,000. Maybe even, yeah, right around $2,000, a little bit less. And that was for everything that I got from Ikea, right? And like I said earlier in the video, it was really hard because they didn't have everything I originally planned out on their little system there. But that was okay. So we're in a time and space where things are just not plentiful. So I did the best I could with what I had. And know that it's going to take time going into it, and it's going to take a lot of elbow grease. But it's so good for you to know that you did it. And you know what? It's not perfect, but it's perfectly perfect for me. And it shows the love and effort and everything that I put into it, and that makes me feel good. And on days that I don't feel like doing anything else, I sometimes literally would just go sit in the closet. I record my podcast now from my closet because I love it so much. I literally record my podcast in my closet because I love it so much. And it's great. The acoustics are great and it just has a good vibe. So you can do this. And like I said, my closet is 8 by like 11. So it's kind of like a weird brand, a weird dimension, but it is like 8 by 11 or something like that. So I did what I did, and yeah, it's working really good, but you can do this. If you have questions, drop it down here in the comment box, and yeah, feel free to follow, the podcast and all of my social medias here for you. I appreciate you guys. If you like these types of videos, just let me know. I don't know when I'm going to always just turn around and do projects, but when I do, I'll definitely share them with you guys. Have an awesome day.